Afternoon. Oh no, not good afternoon. Good evening. After all that. Good evening. You're listening to Mike and Dee versus the world. It's a show where you can express
any of your little pet peeves or injustices that you feel that you have to go through living in this society, under the man and all of that. And we're going to try and dissect and get to the root of the problem and try and help you, the listener, out. So we're helping them. It's all about them, the listeners. That's
not
right.
Not ourselves.
Yeah.
At all.
I'm Dee and
I am Mike.
And Mike and Dee versus the world. If you want, you can please get in touch with us. Join in. You can leave a message on our Facebook page, which is Mike and Dee versus the world, or tweet us at Mike and Dee. D just being a letter D. And if you want, email. But I'm not going to say anything about that this week. Email us at mikeandD44@yahoo.co.uk. Yeah. So, Mike. So what's been going on, man?
Not a lot, really.
Not really.
The usual everyday goings on. Work, home, work. Life is exciting.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got.
What?
Come on, Mike, you know the words. Taking a break from all your worries.
I've got a nostalgic 80s feeling at the moment, but I can't remember the show.
You don't remember Cheers?
Is that what it is? You know what I was thinking?
Me.
I was thinking of Different Strokes. I don't know why. I just remember the blackface when you said that. Or it might be because you're singing it in front of me.
Well, I'm not wearing blackface.
Cramped room.
Don't tell them where we're broadcasting from, Mike.
Yeah, we're broadcasting from
miles above or below the Earth's crust. We haven't decided yet. Maybe from another dimension. Maybe this is some old footage they found, Mike. They never heard from Mike and Dee again after this. This recorded 7 years old. But they had an amazing insight into what the future might hold. And that didn't mean to rhyme. But I do it all the time. No, I'm stopping that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, yeah. One of the subjects I wanted to discuss was prompted by someone I spoke to today. They were talking about, a particular look that they have at the moment. And
so
how they changed their hair.
A man or a woman? Or?
There's a woman.
Okay.
She said, she's changed her look. She was trying to dread her hair, and she wanted to get all natural and rootsy, and that's good.
Back
Why
to
not?
the motherland. Yeah.
Well,
or natural. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, natural, but I mean, you're not actually going to the motherland, really, are you?
Well,
you're just dreading your hair.
It's an attempt to go back to.
Without actually doing anything.
Yeah, without actually moving. Just
lazy.
taking credit
Don't
for someone else's work.
But anyway, so she decided not to do that because she said that dreading her hair, it kind of attracted certain types of guys.
Ooh, what kind of guys?
Well, guys that didn't seem to want to approach her respectfully.
Oh, so what you're saying, it was like crotch grabbing and sucking their lips and all that kind of thing.
Well, I haven't seen that.
Raising their eyebrows inappropriately. That kind of behaviour.
Yeah,
I've seen those
far.
guys.
Too far.
Too much.
All right, no, but I mean, obviously, them styles.
Yeah, the unimaginative. Yeah, hey, baby love, I want to talk to you. That kind of.
And rubbing their hands as well.
Rubbing their hands together.
Well,
rubbing something.
In fact, if you're you better be listening. Anyway, if you're listening and this sounds like you, we'd definitely like for you to contact us. So
give us a bit more insight.
At Mike and Dee versus the world, or Twitter at Mike and Dee, or email us at mikeandD44@yahoo.co.uk. So she was saying that these guys would approach her in a more aggressive way, which is a shame, because if she's trying to, like you say, go back to the motherland,
she's looking
and that's how guys are approaching her.
She's looking for that point. Well, but this is it. You're looking for that respect that you're due. You're a proud woman, and you expect to be treated as such. You don't want man trying to slap your bottom as you walk past, or wolf calling. I don't know what they do, licking the glass inappropriately. That kind of stuff.
What glass? Do they have a glass of sherry?
They bring their own plate of glass from home just to get the effect.
A plate of glass.
Yeah, like a little window or something. and then push themselves up against it. maybe a little flash of a man nipple, you know, try and get you percolating. Oh, I know what you want.
When does that ever work for anyone?
I don't know. Well, men must have nipples for a reason, you know.
What to press them up against glass
and attract a mate? That's what. Yeah.
Women who just happen to be walking past them.
That's what you should do, mate.
That's the reason those nipples have evolved on the male species. That's what you're saying.
Women cannot resist a man nipple. Oh yeah. Flash a man nipple, and you know it's on. That's what I'm saying.
I'm worried about how you seem to know so much about this. Doesn't make you sound weird at all.
No, it's research.
And in fact, why don't we put that question out there? If you find man nipples interesting,
attractive,
as Dee has said, attractive. I just said interesting.
Interesting. Right. Well, okay.
Attractive. All right. Whatever flicks your switch. All right. If you find those things attractive, then let us know. I don't see how anyone would.
Well, anyway, let's get back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, so we were actually talking about inappropriate ways to approach women. So any women listening, you can get in contact with us and give us an idea of.
I would love to hear some of those ways that you ladies out there have been approached, which just left you thinking, what did you really think was going to happen? Did you really think I was going to be just hypnotized and my clothes would just fly off my body and a bed would appear and all of a sudden it's, you know, Barry White is singing in the background just because of this brilliant, wonderful, imaginative line that you managed to come up with?
If you could get Barry White back, that would be...
That's how good the line is, Mike. Resurrects the dead. That's what I'm saying. You know, if that's what he thinks is going to happen. But then, I mean, I'd like to hear from you ladies out there, and not even ladies. I mean, there's some dapper men, some lucky men.
What are appropriate ways? Because it's been such a long time, Dee. I can't say when I last did that.
Too old, too crusty.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, the cobwebs
too big. All of that. All right, so you know, I'm past that stage where I think I'm a bit too old to be that guy approaching women in the street.
Yeah, we're not in that game anymore.
Without
we
looking
to the young
like
guys.
Someone should call the police. You know,
this man is a
I look like that type of guy. So
trench coat man, that kind of thing.
If you're a woman and I'm approaching you,
run! No. Don't ask any questions. Do not approach him.
Yeah,
call the authorities. So that's short.
I won't blame you for calling the authorities, and that's all I'm saying. You don't have to, but I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Don't.
Not yet. Let me get a little closer. Just want to touch your face. No. Yeah. So I would love to hear from many women out there with interesting stories to tell. But so we were saying, Mike, we're out of the loop. We're not the young guys that you see on the street with the confidence and the new hairdos and the flash trainers who are walking up to girls willy-nilly and dropping these lines. And I mean, let's not just think that it's just the guys, because there's some pretty forward women out there as well. You know, these young girls, they see a man, they're not going to wait for him to approach you.
The girls are approaching.
Hey, my man, you look good, you know, come over here.
That sounds like a threat though, doesn't it?
Well, you know, they put you on the back foot. That's it.
If I was walking road, right, this is in my day, right? If I was walking down the road and I heard someone say, refer to me as a my man, right? I would be
man who's too soon to be robbed in the street.
Yeah, the violence is about to happen.
This is it. I'm now
in
victim.
My direction. Yeah.
That's what you might as well just say, hey victim. Guess what? Your day's about to get a lot worse. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
No shoes or something. Something unfortunate is coming your way.
That's it.
There's nothing that can stop it.
Well, but maybe it's that kind of put you on your back foot. You got to think on your feet. Someone says, "My man, you know you've got to break yourself." You know what I mean? You got to. What's my plan? What's my escape plan? Or you know what I mean? Defense. What do I do?
Be asking them questions. That
your brain has to go through that process. It's kill or be killed, Mike. Instinct takes over. There you go.
I understand.
Yeah, but I mean, if it wasn't
back to the girl who's actually approaching a guy like that. I mean, I just find it a bit aggressive.
Well, I don't know.
If I was one of these young chaps on the road, and some girl said, "Hey, my man," I think, you know, I'm about to get robbed by a bunch of girls. This is going to happen. This is going to happen to me.
This is it. I'm going to have to tell people about this in the future.
I'm not expecting anything romantic to happen from that point.
No, it's. I don't think romance has anything to do with it at that stage. It's about getting the facts straight. And
do you think them young guys even have romance in their heads?
I think they have an idea of what romance is, but I don't think it's like, me and my girl who play Call of Duty, you get me? I mean, don't get me wrong, you find the right person, that could be a beautiful thing. but not all girls are going to be in Call of Duty. Just the same way that not all guys are going to enjoy the movie Grease. Yes, you know who you are.
Wait, girls don't.
Hey, trust me.
Any girl under...
They like to pretend like they like it ironically.
30.
What, they don't know
No,
Grease
maybe
is.
let's lower that. Any girl in their 20s is...
Yeah.
They don't even know what Grease
let's
is.
update a bit. Not Grease. What are kids listening today? What are they watching?
Justin.
Dirty Dancing? I don't know. Is that with Patrick Swayze? Remember him, girls? Heartthrob? Oh yes, that's right. I bet you still got the poster up on your wall now. Yeah, Patrick, skin-tight jeans, Swayze. He used to do
or Kevin Bacon in Footloose.
Bacon.
You know what? I'm pretty sure. In fact, I'm going to put this as a question out there. Is there anyone who has a poster of Kevin Bacon in Footloose dancing on their wall?
What, the one where he's got the headphones on and the jeans and front the back with a white t-shirt?
Yeah. If you have that poster, let us know. I mean, you're not going to win anything.
Well, what are you going to gain from it then? I can't understand.
Satisfaction that there is a universe that has actually happened.
Yeah, there's someone who's continuously living or trapped in the 80s. They have to force to
hell.
It's a living hell there. You know, it's all tied to the poster.
Footloose for the rest of your life. Just a long, not even a film, a montage of it continuously.
You can't even get the storyline. It's just different people dancing. I don't know if this is the beginning or the end. I'm just forced to watch it again and again. What a bizarre torture.
Where were we? We were actually talking about inappropriate.
Oh yeah, inappropriate ways to approach women. Yeah.
Have you got any examples of the most inappropriate way you've approached a woman?
That me personally?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going back many years, sir. Many years when I was approaching girls. All right, sorry about that, everyone. Don't know what happened there.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, this is what happens when you broadcast from the moon. So, anyway, where were we, Mike?
We were talking about inappropriate ways to approach women. In fact, why don't we flip it? How about any women who approach men? Those confident young women out there, not all the women.
Well, yeah, not all of them can be confident, I guess. Is that
well, I mean,
or some of them just shouldn't be approaching men. Is that what you're trying to say?
I would probably say a woman who approaches a man is quite confident because it's not the usual expectation in society. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but my point is the general expectation is that it's got to be the man who does all the chasing and so on.
I see what you're saying.
And we the lady. So if a woman does do it, it is unusual. Therefore, I would highlight that as being confident.
Okay, no, that's true. Yeah, I mean, it definitely takes a certain level of confidence to approach any random stranger out of the blue,
Yeah.
Which is, it takes talent. But, I mean, if you've got the talent, that's fine. That's one thing. But I think with that kind of thing, you have to do some kind of research. I mean, there's like stories of professional...
That sounds like stalking.
Well,
when you start doing research on people...
Not research on people, but research on your approach. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean? Like the whole...
Yeah.
Don't approach. Yeah, and you know what it is?
Don't run in there with a baseball bat.
Yeah, no. Can I have your number? That is just going to end in you and the police. And then I got arrested.
Yeah.
No, so I think if you're going to do it, you got... Because they say, they got these professional pickup artists and they like practice their technique.
Professional pickup artists?
Yeah, they go to like... They practice in front of their mirror. They go to like nightclubs. They go with their medallions.
Who's got to practice in front of a mirror?
There are people out there who make this their business, Mike. They're all about... You're
going to... No, it's no point in practicing in front of a mirror.
Why not?
Because
maybe it builds that confidence. At least you know how you're
practicing talking to someone else usually involves having someone else there.
Okay.
Otherwise, you could just make up what the person's got to, how the person's going to reply.
No, you don't.
I want your number. Yeah, she'll go for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, hopefully
it's not gonna
you
work.
would see yourself in the mirror doing that and realise, this isn't going to work.
Yeah,
maybe I should try something
if you're
else.
trying that in the first place, then your view is distorted. There's no way of teaching you anything.
No, you're incapable of learning, is what I'm saying. I'm willing to make that drastic, sweeping statement. Nothing can be done. You can't.
Well, if you're willing to consider that in the first place, right? Because I've seen like them young boys, right, and they'll be standing like next to a wall or something and just looking at the girl as she walks past.
Yeah.
And they don't say, not even excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey,
come here.
Hey,
come over here, man. That kind of. Yeah.
Oi.
Yeah. Clicking their fingers, Mike.
Never done.
You. Yes. Pay attention. Come here.
I'd love to see that happen. And especially if it works.
And it worked. Now, about those digits. It's not going to work. It's not going to fly. I don't think
I require a sequence of numbers in order to contact you on a later date.
So we can get jiggy. Yeah. I know what you like. I've read the books. No, you see, this far too much research for what you're trying to do. It seems creepy at that stage, Mike. It's got to flow. It's got to be natural. You know.
Okay, such as. So, what would you suggest? I'm walking down the road, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a nice day. It's a nice day.
Okay.
It's like July, and
it's sunny.
It's sunny. Yeah, but not
on.
Too much. Just nice. Walking down some well-known high street that is of no reference to where I actually live.
Yes.
All right, and I see a girl, but I'm not a confident man, so
okay.
It's been a long time. Like I said,
a little rusty.
Very. Like an old ship. All right, and
ready to be salvaged.
Yeah. There's nothing to be salvaged.
It's just rust. 100% rust.
You know what, the Titanic?
Yeah.
Just imagine 20 times worse than that. All right, that's how rusty
you should
I am
be in the company
in the
of
game.
people. Then, if that's what's happening, man.
Yeah,
you're in a bad shape. Is what you're saying.
Bits are falling off. It's terrible.
That's how you look as you're approaching. Just crumbling, man.
Yeah. So everyone else is having a great day, but I walk down this road, and I think, you know what? Love will make it better.
Love will make it. Believe in love. Do you believe in love everlasting?
What song is that?
Isn't that the Cher one? The scary Cher song.
Which one?
The one that she's in the video. She looks like a midget is stolen her hands and face, and is just slowly.
Oh, do you believe in life after love?
Is that how it goes?
Yeah, I don't know what you were singing.
I thought it was, do you believe in love everlasting, or did I just completely rip that from another song?
I don't know.
Or made it up.
If
I have made it up, I'd like to claim that as my own.
I think it's just coincidence that it sounded like a Cher song, and I knew what you were talking about.
I suppose you could do that with anything. You know what I mean? Can you tell me the time for the next bus? Yeah, that kind of. Do you
see? That's how you should approach women.
Yeah, well, like a kind of faux Rick Astley type song.
Yeah, not so much Rick Astley though.
Probably not sage Rick Astley. Might hurt your chances.
Well, you should introduce yourself by saying this is Rick Astley, because
there's always a flaw in the plan from day one. You've already ruined it. Start again
by mentioning
I'm
really bad.
No, I'm not Rick Astley. I don't know why I said that. I'm in fact a completely different person with different motives.
Than Rick Astley.
But
if he was here, he'd probably think the same thing.
Yeah. And in a way, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
about those digits.
So that's it.
So it's always going to end, Mike. You get the digits, and then everyone walks off into the sunshine. Or gets driven to the nearest police station, whichever is more convenient.
Or beaten up. One of them.
Just a beating, old-fashioned but reliable.
Put it this way, quoting Rick Astley as an approach to a woman is only going to end in violence. Really.
His lyrics can only incite violence. Is that what you're saying?
Any mention of?
Oh, it was a pure massacre back in the 80s when he came on.
Yeah,
violence was erupting everywhere.
But anyway, we digress.
Yes,
somewhat. All right, so we would like to hear from you about any experiences as a woman, if you have had any really ridiculous approaches.
Yeah.
And any guys out there who, they
if
can tell us the lowdown. Yeah,
if you've been approached or you have a technique of approaching, then let us know. I mean, we don't want you to give away your specific loving style, but give us some tips. We're old crusty. We need some help.
Not that we're approaching women. Imagine like you're an old master in kung fu, and I say, teacher
with the white beard.
I want. Yeah. He doesn't have to have a white beard, but
if he's a master, I think he is required.
Okay, maybe.
Well, you wouldn't learn kung fu from someone without a beard.
Or at least a random hair from
just like a mole with one hair, really great.
Yeah, something like that.
Really
then
weird.
I'd say he's a true master.
That's it.
He isn't worried about that.
So at least he's got patience.
He ain't worried about it. He knows kung fu.
So it doesn't matter. It's almost there like an invitation for a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at it. Say something. Yeah. Look at me.
Yeah. You look at it. Instant death. Right, so anyway. Let's get back to the point, if there was one.
Okay.
Imagine you're a kung fu master and we've approached and said, Master, we want to learn some Kung Fu, and you're not going to tell us your whole style. You're just going to give us the basics. So, guys, let us know.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. So, but in the meantime, while you're mulling over that, I believe you wanted to talk about history lessons in schools.
Yeah, this is a bit of a pet peeve of mine now. I don't know if anyone's realised this or gone through it or I mean, wants to talk about it. We're going to talk about it anyway, so it doesn't matter. History lessons in secondary school. Now, my argument is biased much. I mean, when I was in school, right, we had history.
What did you learn? What did you learn?
Well, you see, this is the grey area, Mike, because to be honest with you, I can't really recall any actual facts of history. I do know what it was they were teaching us.
What were they teaching you?
Well, it just seemed to be primarily about the war or anything to do, I guess, with Britain. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand we're in Britain, and if we're going to learn history, it's going to obviously have a lot of British history in it. But there is more history than just British history. You know what I mean? I mean, they don't tell you anything about, unless it's that, you know,
Great Britain.
No, if it's like, you know, Black History Month, and then they're like, yes, that's right, Black History Month. Maybe want to do something about, you know, slavery. It's like
slavery, Mandela, Martin Luther King.
That was it.
Bill Cosby.
The history of Bill Cosby. It's great. It's ethnic. Yes. Oh, it's so vibrant. It's so full of energy. You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. That was it. And then you go to school, and then when you finish,
we didn't really learn about Bill Cosby. He didn't get a mention.
He should have.
He was on telly.
Don't
need to learn about him.
You could just watch the Cosby Show.
That's all you need to know about Bill Cosby.
It's the same thing as Black History, isn't it?
That was Bill Cosby's life. It just happened to be a camera there. Anyway.
Yeah, but it was like, so you come out of school years later, and then you may end up in a conversation with somebody, meet a party or wherever, and they start talking about history. And it's like at that point you realise how little you actually know about general history.
Anything.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And even the history that you were taught, it turns out was probably so boring.
I remember some history at school they taught us. Right, they taught us about the Stuarts.
See, we didn't even get that.
And
there was no way.
The Tudors and what's the name of that man? Florence Nightingale. I'm remembering some stuff here.
See, it's all coming out.
The Battle of Hastings.
When was the Battle of Hastings? What was the year? You remember?
1066.
See, everybody knows that.
That's hammered. You know what? I've got a conspiracy theory about that. I reckon that it's a code that it's been put into everyone's head. So if they want you to become an assassin, right, they can just
someone whispers into your 1066.
Yeah,
but I must kill.
But they got to say it a certain amount of times. You'll never know, but it could just be one person just says it 3 times. The next thing you're
in the trance, you just wake up covered in blood in the middle of some siege somewhere.
No, you've been trained well, so you wouldn't have.
Oh, you'd escape. You'd like backflip out the window or something like that.
Yeah, and then you'll just wake up and you'll be on the bus again.
On the bus again. I wasn't even on the bus in the first place. Where am I going? That's it. So many questions.
Slight flaw in the training. But anyway, back to whatever we were talking about. History lesson. Yeah. So it was just like the biasness of the lessons of things we were taught. So like I say, you may like years later end up in a conversation with somebody, you realise I don't really know anything about general history or any other country or any other Oliver Cromwell.
Oh yeah, well, even that is vague to me, but I still know who
Cavaliers and the Roundheads.
Vague again. You know what we used to watch? Because we used to. This is how they trick children, right? When you're in school,
Rent-A-Ghost.
No, that's just punishing children. No, we used to watch programs. You know, instead of doing a lesson, they say, "Oh yeah, we've got
just watch telly."
Yeah, and you think, "Well, yeah, this is going to be really cool." Or you're getting out, doing lessons. You think, "Yeah, I'm the winner." You know what I mean? And you come away watching something. You think, "Yeah,
some horrible reenactment of the war."
What was the program called? How We Used to Live.
I think I remember the title. Yeah. I don't remember anything. Wasn't it just based between 1939 and 45? And that was about it.
That was it. It was just followed these couple of families and how they were in the war.
They only had one kettle.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's just like, I don't care about these people at all. I mean, they're probably all dead now, and even if they weren't, what difference does it make to me? know what I mean? You're telling me about something. I mean, all right, fair enough. Yeah, this is how they used to live. Obviously, the program is called How We Used to Live.
Not you.
There you go. How we used to live. You don't have to worry about this because you're living in the future.
Yeah.
So none of this is relevant. You know what I mean? It's never going to be. And the only way this could possibly benefit you is if you somehow manage to get a conversation with someone about how we used to live. And quite frankly,
not actually what was contained in it.
Exactly, just watching the program. And in all honesty, is there anybody out there who actually wants to be caught in that conversation?
Ironically, that's what we're doing right now. But
so you're telling me it was worth it, Michael? All those years of history came to this one point.
Your whole
point
thing has been crushed. I'm sorry, I can't believe that happened.
It was like the Matrix
live on air. That's terrible.
Everybody knows now. Maybe we can get it back out of the internet. Is there a way of doing that?
There is.
Where's the undo button?
Undo, or just throw your laptop out the window. Internet finished. That's how you do it.
Done it before, Mike. Yeah. No. So
yeah, but I do take your point about history taught in school. I mean, they're making an effort. I'm going to be devil's advocate now. Well, you know, there's Black History Month.
Yeah, but
1 month.
Yeah,
out of many. But
that's the time when they start telling you about go to the library and read up on it. So it was right when we was watching How We Used to Live, and you was forcing all this information to my head. But now it's Black History Month.
You're going to make an effort.
Yeah, no, you do it. I'm not teaching. You want to learn? Do it yourself. Read.
What's wrong with you people?
It's your history. Oh, you see, and you complain. So you know what I mean?
Lazy.
You know, so it's just there's so many grey areas that it's just one of my pet peeves. I don't know if anybody else out there feels the same way, if you've been through the same thing. Maybe it's a cultural thing. I don't know. But yeah,
what do we know?
Well, this is it.
They know.
Not the history. So yeah. But it's coming up to 1:30. Well, it's just past 1:30. So as we usually do, we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. And then we'll be back with more stuff.
Yeah, and you can get in contact with us on the Twitter feed, which is
at Mike and Dee.
Easy enough.
That's it.
Okay, or Facebook, Mike and Dee versus the world, or email mikeanddee44@yahoo.co.uk.
Yeah. All right, then we'll be back in a few. See you later. You're listening to Mike and Dee versus the world.
know, the people know it's wetter.
Welcome back. You are listening to Mike and Dee versus the world. Before that 5-minute break, we were talking about inappropriate ways to approach women.
That's right.
We're still waiting for some feedback about that. It seems like some of you are either too embarrassed or too distraught.
Maybe they just like it, Mike. That's what it is. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. Keep it up. That's the message I'm getting tonight, and that's good because I will.
Your silence obviously does you no good. That's what David is trying to say. That's what he's trying to say. He's not expressing what clearly sounds like some sort of.
I'm just going off what they're
sexist piggery.
Sexist piggery.
Piggery. That's a new word. Piggery.
Wow, it's
one of those words that sound like what it means. You know.
Yeah, piggery. There's no dispute. It's not a good term, is it? It's not like. Oh, I can't wait to get
charged with piggery.
Charged with piggery, you know.
Charged with piggery. What could that mean?
Well,
time will tell. Let's not delve any deeper into that.
Oh, look, we seem to have an email from the listener.
Okay.
It's back again, Mike.
Okay, and he has written. Actually, shall we scan this first?
Let's just say that there's nothing too detrimental on there.
Okay, he says, yeah. I was on the night bus years ago from Charing Cross up to Hendon, 2 or 3 in the morning, and a guy a few seats ahead of me spent the whole time working on this girl. we should finish that sentence. Working on this girl he met on the bus, trying to get her to go back with him.
Wow, that rapist.
Yeah.
Oh,
not funny, but
clearly, yeah. But
by the time I got off at Hendon, they were snogging. Oh, so credit where credit is due.
Well,
it ended nicely.
You know, peer pressure gets what you want. At the end of the day, it's lucky she couldn't run away. Had her trapped on the bus seat.
Gone past the stop.
That's it.
Yeah, but
might as well come over me now, innit? We're also gonna come.
Well, thank you, listener, for your observations. You managed to see all of this.
Are you sure it wasn't him?
It could be. I reckon you've doctored that story. I think it's you.
Slight changes there.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is,
it sounds like one of those lies. You know, I saw some guy.
It was me, mate.
Yeah, weren't me.
Yeah, I got this cousin, right? No, yeah, I think the way you say he's working on this girl. For my initial response was like a Frankenstein thing.
Yeah,
like a blowtorch and some goggles.
That's what I was thinking. You're talking about a mechanic. This is the wrong profession. It's the wrong conversation.
It's wrong place. It's the wrong tone. No, so alright, so he works with this girl. So that's quite a distance. Charing Cross to Hendon. He must have been
I don't even know where Hendon is, but I know he's not next to Charing Cross. I know it's nowhere near.
No, there's quite a lot of time, man. I mean, he must have been flinging out some lyrics where to not only get those digits, but
I mean, for me,
start slugging.
I'm like yourself, D. I'm not very confident. All right, so I'm not just gonna walk up to some girl and just say whatever guys say to her. I'm not gonna say, yeah, you know what, I like you, you know, like how them young boys go on.
It
doesn't make any sense.
It's intended aggressive. To be sweet, but it does come across quite aggressive. I like you, know, like he's angry that he likes, so he doesn't want to. And look what she's made him do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Where's that going to end?
Pass me your number and I'll call you later. That's what I've heard that happen.
You know, like it's an inconvenience for him, even though he's the one.
Yeah, I've got to pay for this, you know.
Well, I mean, maybe that works. I think it's all about that sense of confidence and you know, forthrightness. Just you put them in a situation and put them on their back foot, and before they know what's going on, you know, you get in the digits.
So you dupe them.
I think pretty much that's what it comes down to. I mean, isn't that what chatting up women is? Really, just trying to just dupe them to confuse them.
I'm really a nice guy.
Yeah, look over there, look at the stars, look at this, look at that. Now into the sack. That kind of thing. You know what I mean? Try to confuse them.
When you break it down like that, there's some logic to your ranting.
There you go. Always carry a sack. I think is the moral to take away from that story. And if you don't own your own, you can always rent. So.
If you have a sack, right, that's an arrestable offence. Just against the law.
Just owning a sack.
Put it this way, that's worse than having a knife.
Well, you know what I mean? It's like you can't have a sack-proof vest, Mike. No, nothing stops a sack. You know that? What's that game people play with their fists? Sounds really odd. That does sound. Where's this going? What, punching?
No. I don't know. It'll be like paper, scissors, claw.
Paper, scissors, claw. Really? one of the natural elements of the earth.
Wait, claw. And scissors are.
Yeah. Well, it's more believable
that's totally
than
flawed.
Claw. I mean, all right, paper, scissors. And
if you went back a million years, right, and you saw the cavemen, right, and you showed them a pair of scissors or a claw, which one would they be more surprised by?
Probably just run in fear. The man wielding the claw and scissors coming towards them. What is happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm also for the future. Yeah,
because I'm sure they'd understand every word of that. No, yeah, but I see what you're saying. The paper, scissors. So you're saying paper, rock, scissors, and then sack. Sack beats everything. That's what I'm saying. I've got a pair of scissors into the sack. That doesn't matter. You would have thought scissors would have had the edge, but
anyway,
sack wins. So yeah.
So for you guys out there, don't carry sacks because it's illegal.
It's illegal.
I'm sure I'm betting that's illegal.
I'm sure you could get arrested.
We could Google that, and it'll say. Look, as soon as you say sack, right? You type in sack on Google. Actually, you don't want to see what comes up.
Well, be what you're expecting. Maybe a lot of gentlemen's websites. No, okay. So, apart from the whole sack thing with approaching women, I want to kind of flip it a bit and talk about what it is that, I mean, entices these men to approach women. Like, it must work for them at some point. Well, this is it. Like the person you was talking about earlier was saying that she changed her hair, and that was enough to entice these men to approach her. What about these women?
It's about what these guys you see, what they see in that sort of look.
I mean, I don't want to generalize. I don't want to speak for the whole of mankind, but I know that I'm pretty basic when it comes to drawing my attention to women. You know what I mean? Most times I'm not even looking for it, and then that's how they catch her off guard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See a girl with a short skirt or some high heel shoes or big chest or whatever, and you're not expecting it, you're gonna do a double take. You know what I mean? That's just nature. So don't get upset, women. It's not like your boyfriends are ogling other women. It's just you're checking for danger.
It's nature. It's like gravity. You can't escape it.
No,
he can't either.
That's it. In a way, it's the woman's
It's
fault.
justified.
No. So, what do you think about these women who come out dressed like this and then, like, don't want the attention? I mean, is there something to be said? It's dangerous territory here, Mike?
I'm not. I can't speak for you.
I'm on the side of the swimming pool. You're trying to get that brick dressed in your pajamas. You're having the problems. I'm here with a long stick in case of emergencies, but even then, it can only reach so far.
I'm not willing to hold on to it for too long. Anyway, right. What was your point?
Well, the point I was trying to make is I'm trying to hear from both sides of the argument, men and women. If you see a woman and she's walking down the street and she may be quite attractive and she's dressed a certain way, very provocatively, maybe some high heel shoes, short skirt, showing a bit of cleavage, that kind of thing. Does that then say to you, this is a certain type of person, and what is that type of person?
Is it a stereotype?
Yeah, it's a stereotype. Do you think that this woman wants to be approached by men, or is she just enjoying a God-given right to dress how she feels? You know what I mean?
I want to feel sexy.
Yeah, I should be allowed to dress this way and walk down the street without being hassled by the likes of you men. That kind of thing. I mean, where's the line? You know what I mean?
Yeah, someone clearly needs to know.
I mean, I know where the line is.
Okay.
So I'm just asking the people out there where their line is.
Where is it?
It's just before you get arrested. I think is the safe limit. Anything that's an arrestable offence over the line.
So carry your sack.
Carrying a sack. If you're carrying it in a menacing fashion, then that's over the line.
Actually, any sack really is just about. You better have something in it.
Yeah.
Other than a person.
Potatoes. Just walking around, sack of potatoes, sack of doorknobs. Probably not the best thing to carry around. You know what I mean? Just asking for trouble. You know what I mean?
You know what? That's never happened in the history of mankind. No one has ever had a sack.
A sack of doorknobs. That's you're trying to send a message. Illegal. It's like walking down the street with a blunderbuss. That's
a what? A blunderbuss? What is that? Some sort of German chocolate?
No. A blunderbuss. You remember, them old time guns that look like a gramophone at the end. They got that massive big trumpet like end, and then
why would I remember something like that?
You've never heard of a blunderbuss?
No, Dave.
Wow.
I've never heard of I
pity you.
A blunderbuss.
Yeah, a blunderbuss.
Why
I'm not making this up. It's a real thing.
A blunder and a bus.
No.
Could it be like the other thing you got? What was it that you got?
What did I get? What?
There was a word, right, that you just got totally wrong for years. What was that?
Are we talking about the whole truncheon meat scenario again?
Yes.
I explained, Mike, that my history, my memory had somewhat.
This is where your history lessons went wrong.
Okay, let me just explain it to the listeners out there where this story is coming from. Me and Mike and another one of our friends were having a debate about sandwiches. We're interesting guys. This is the sort of thing that we talk about. And I brought up. We was all talking about favourite fillings, and I brought up truncheon meat. Now, at the time, it sounded perfectly plausible to me that this is an actual physical thing. But they all looked at me and said, "What did you say? Truncheon meat?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like that meat, And they was like, "Truncheon meat." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "That's not a meat."
Sounds violent, to be honest.
It does.
Things are going to be happening if someone brings
truncheon meat. They're trying to send a message.
Yeah.
It turned out after much back and forth that what I actually meant was luncheon meat. Yes, not truncheon meat. What I'd done there, Mike, was replace valuable memories of my own with punchlines to cheesy lollipop stick jokes of the 80s. So the joke would have probably gone, "What do policemen like in their sandwiches?" And the punchline would have been
truncheon meat.
Okay. But I'd somehow heard this joke and taken it as fact, Mike, and committed it to memory and passed it on to others, confidently, not realising that what I was doing was a load of rubbish.
Lying, in fact.
It wasn't. It's only lying if you do it intentionally. I was misinformed, Mike. Let's put it that way. So yes, very funny. Truncheon meat. I'm sorry I brought it up. Can we move on?
Yeah. Well, while we're on telling something that is fact, which actually
confusing fact with lies.
Yeah. I want to talk about that. Basically, it's what are people's thoughts about lying. I mean, everyone will say, "Oh, lying is terrible. You shouldn't lie. It's bad." It is, wrong.
Well,
naughty. Don't do it.
For
But
most cases, most of the time.
So many people do it. So my point is, what is considered justifiable? What's a justifiable lie?
A justifiable lie. So what do you mean, like
A lie you could justify it and say, "Yeah, I needed to do this."
So it's better. So
This
you
is
say,
okay. I know. I shouldn't feel bad about this. This needed to happen.
so what you're saying, like, you're actually helping by telling this lie. Is that what you're saying? You're making things better.
Well, you see, that's
Is
a
that
grey
just
area.
part of the justification
No,
process?
because making things better for who? If you're the sole beneficiary of this, then it's probably not a good lie.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing it for the greater good, I mean,
It's depending on who's looking at good and from what perspective, then yes.
So you're talking about the whole, not to divulge too much because I'm not sure who's listening, but the whole Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, that kind of area. Is that what you're talking about? That kind of
What you mean, like
situation?
You mean like don't tell your kids that you're really Santa Claus?
Well,
Blah, blah,
yeah.
blah.
I mean, I was
Tooth
trying to
Fairy.
avoid saying that into the mic in case there are people out there who might not want to hear that. But thanks for that.
I so didn't see that coming.
Thanks for working with me.
Blindingly obvious now. I'm sorry.
Never mind. Well, let's move away from that and all the crying children. No, but I see what you're saying. The
You should
justified
always
lie.
run from crying children.
Always run from crying children. If there's anything more
It's
likely to get you
it's a lesson
arrested
in
or
life.
beaten up, is someone seeing you running away from a group of crying children. What do you say? What do you? What
Okay,
what do you say to that?
as a choice for you.
Okay.
Would you rather be seen running towards them?
Running towards. What, are they still crying at this point?
Yeah. Or running away from them? Which is worse?
Do I have to be running?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do. You do.
I think probably running away would probably be marginally better, only because there's less likely. I'm less likely to collide with any crying children, and that being caught on
Because there's the
camera.
aftermath of that.
What happened here? Is that a bloke running? What's wrong, Johnny? Is that a bloke? Oh, you might as well just run straight to the back of a police van.
We digress. We digress.
What were we talking about?
Justified lying.
Justify. That's a situation right there.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, what you saw is not. It's different. It was It wasn't it. I don't even think it was me. I was jogging for the
I know it
bus.
wasn't me.
There was children. They were crying.
I was one of the children.
Lots
But
of-
look, put it this way.
completely unrelated situation.
The main point is, what is a justifiable lie? And before we come towards the end of the show, I do want some sort of answer about a lie that you've told that you justified that this is for the greater good for everyone.
Everyone involved is going to benefit from this lie.
Yeah, but nothing
as
like
amazing
really
as that sounds.
earth shocking and stuff like that we're all in the Matrix. Really are actually in it, and
Well, that wouldn't
we're
be a
sort
lie,
of-
though, would it? That would be the truth. Then if we were in the Matrix, and I was just going to say we're in the Matrix with nothing to back it up. That was just,
in fact,
that's a lie.
what would require? I mean, we've seen the film now, so they'd have to come up with some new stuff,
it better
right?
be, yeah.
Can't be just some black man in glasses and a
Offering you
jacket.
drugs, red pill, blue pill. I'm pretty sure that happens on a regular basis in
Yeah.
most places. You go to the right area, that's a common
Red pill,
sight.
blue pill.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are you Morpheus? You're right then. That's not Morpheus. Get away from that man.
Yeah,
So,
that's a drug dealer.
you know what I mean? Well, maybe
Or
that was subliminal.
Yeah,
Put
they'll
it in
put some
Matrix.
message.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're in the Matrix, but even in the Matrix, drug dealers.
Yep.
You know what they look like.
Yeah,
Oh.
sunglasses on, night time.
Oh, can't trust it. So yeah, nice going with Chowskis. But justified lying. I'm trying to think of a justified lie that. Well, you see, I don't want to incriminate myself.
Yeah, let's not do that.
So let's talk
So
about.
that's a rule. We're not doing that.
Yeah, for all you know, listeners, we've never lied. So that's all you need to know. Take with you. Don't say it, because then you just completely contradict what I've just said.
No, but that would mean you're insinuating that I would have been lying.
Well, who would have been lying? You?
Yeah.
No, I'm not insinuating you would have been lying.
Don't worry, we're going way too deep into this.
Alright. No, alright, justified lie. So if I said, like, I don't know,
my cousin is Eddie Murphy.
Yes, there's no justification for that. That's just
that's a schoolyard. Yeah, but you know what?
Lie.
I hope this guy's listening. But I remember you said that when we was in like the 3rd year in school.
Are you going to mention the guy's name? Or
No.
Does he know? He knows. He's listening and he's feeling the burn.
Looks like one of the guys who, you know, went to prison. Probably hench now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Don't want that man.
Doesn't need to lie anymore. Yeah. He's learned the hard way.
Exactly.
So you really want to start this up now?
No, I'm just saying. But he goes,
maybe
yeah. You know what? My cousin is Eddie Murphy.
Is that what he told you?
He told me that, and I thought.
Did you ask him who his cousin was, or he just come out?
No, he goes, you know, my cousin's Eddie Murphy. I can't remember what followed that conversation.
Or came before.
Or before, but I do remember. I mean, there might have been a totally plausible context for that statement. So it made perfect sense, but I don't.
For me and the listeners at home, what was the setup to this? I mean, where did this happen?
We were in class, I think it's chemistry class, and he just said, yeah, my cousin's Eddie Murphy. I know it's a short story, admittedly. But no backdrop or extra characters. It's, I mean, for you know, it's just two guys in a class.
No character development, Mike. Nothing. No backstory. No painting a picture.
Nothing.
No,
there was a teacher called. No, I'm not going to say his name. But anyway, yeah.
So
he said his cousin was Eddie Murphy, and I was like, okay, that's
good for you.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did you know instinctively, Mike, that it was
I knew that was a lie.
Didn't think there was any possibility that it could be related to Eddie Murphy in any way. Maybe his cousin just coincidentally happens to be called Eddie Murphy, and he uses that to kind of give more, you know, believability to the lie. I mean,
ginger hair, tall, freckled Irishman, Eddie Murphy.
Now it makes sense.
Eddie. It actually wouldn't, because he was blatantly a black man.
I see. All right. So
unless he's married into the family of this traveller community.
So many ways.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Oh, of the Dublin Murphys. The only Murphys in Dublin. That is a lie, sir. I don't know who you are, where you've come from, but I don't believe you for a second.
Yep, you're not from Ireland.
You need to do your research on Ireland if you're going to come with that kind of lie. No, okay. Well, yeah, that Eddie Murphy lie, that's not justified. I mean, if it's like a situation where you're cornered by the mafia and they're going to take your kneecaps and you're lying your ass off to try and get out of there.
Alright, let's come up with a line. Before the end of the show, we want a justifiable lie to give to the listeners, and they can say, yeah, you know what? 1 minute. Yes, we have.
The listener. What was he saying, mate?
He's a madman. You think I'm going to read that out? We'll talk later, listener.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah. I'm not. Look, listener, you obviously are listening, so if I was to read that out, certain people who are listening would then think that about me.
You see, you don't want to get by association that whole thing.
No, that's not gonna happen.
I don't
That's
know
your
this
stuff.
man.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Wow. Sorry, listener. That's all Mike. It's not me. He's put his foot down.
No, that's
the radio foot.
No, that's a lie. Yeah, but justified lying. All right. What about if you have let's say you had a business deal. You're this LA law type guy, right? You know, you got a high top and it's in the 80s.
Can I
and you got a guy in the office. You can, and you could actually have a genuine hairline with it as well. That doesn't go.
What are you trying to say about Corbin Burson?
I'm just saying that it didn't stay with him for that long.
Wow.
Right? But,
is this what we're stooping to now? Ridiculing people's hairlines.
But anyway,
you're
LA Corbin Burson, right? And you've got a jealous wife. You see her as jealous.
Okay.
Right? And it's because you got this new boss, and she's a hot, sexy woman or whatever, yeah.
Okay.
And she likes you clearly. Your wife.
So I'm working in this law office with this hot, sexy.
Yeah, and there's a new contract
boss
that we're gonna negotiate.
We're gonna work late, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Gotta go to a conference out of state.
Yeah.
Stay over at the hotel.
Brilliant.
Those kind of things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I wasn't even thinking about the hotel. All right. Details. Amazing. I don't know where you're getting this stuff from.
I'm trying to make it believable. It's all off the top of my head, Mike. It's not as if I've planned anything like this before in the past.
No, or no. You haven't, have you?
No.
Okay, all right.
On with the story.
So, your story was a lot better. But what I was going to say is that, so you go away, your wife is vexed.
Yeah.
But you've also had a ski trip or something like that with the boys planned at the same time.
Okay.
Now, your wife is going to be out of town anyway, and if you secure this deal, everyone's going to make out really good.
Okay.
Your wife will be able to set up
it's a good deal.
It's a good deal for everybody.
For everyone involved.
Good deal for Britain.
Okay. G-O-O-D.
Yeah, so she's gone out of town. I'm going to be away for a few days, baby. Blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. You have a choice. You can either go and do this business deal with this hot boss who wants you.
Hot.
All right. And or you can go out with the guys, or you could just go out with the boss anyway, and then just lie to her and get all your guy mates to lie to her as well.
Wow.
Yeah, and those are your choices. But if you lie to her as well, everyone's happy. Everyone wins. Everyone wins.
Everyone wins.
Everybody wins. No losers. No comebacks. No consequential.
Hold on. So what about the
disasters to follow later on?
Female boss who wants my body.
I haven't gone into that part of the story. I'm just interested.
I don't want to think about that because that make things bad. So let's pretend that's not happening and everything should be alright. So hide underneath this big stack of coats.
The point is,
alright,
even if you go with this boss and nothing happens and you secure the deal and you come back and everything's fine and you just find out, your boss wanted you, but she wasn't going to really push it. And you secure the deal. So the whole point is just about the lying. It's not about your betrayal and your lust and your insatiable.
Now there's lust. Yeah. Your lust, sex of it again with the sex.
Yeah. So worrying.
Wait. So all I would be doing is just going away with my hot boss.
Yes.
Doing this business deal.
Doing that would really upset your wife. She'd be
so technically it's part of my job though, so I have to.
You don't have to. You can let Rodemeyer in the other office.
Right? Bing. Get on that deal.
Yeah.
Gustafson.
Who's your mortal enemy?
He's my competitor at work. He's always trying to one up me. He's got the brand new business cards with the raised lettering.
That's it.
And I didn't like that.
That's it.
Oh, I see.
He's a natural blonde.
Can't find blue.
And
yes.
And he's
so I've got to keep my one foot up on the corporate ladder. I've got to take this opportunity. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So lie to the wife. Go on, lie to her.
Well,
would you?
If it's for the good of everyone involved, Mike. I mean, it's good for my job, my career. Good for our family. It's good for the corporation. For the law firm. And it was just a business. Nothing else is happening.
Nothing else has happened. I'm not even interested in that side.
I guess that's justifiable. I guess that would work.
Anyone who disagrees, please get in contact with us.
Wait, so do you agree? Would you do it?
What?
Wait, no.
Do what?
Did you just leave me down a dark alleyway and then just walk off? He's in there, officers. Actually, he's got a gun. Shoot first and ask questions later. It's the only way to be safe. Yeah. Is that what you've just done to me?
I don't know what I would do in that situation.
You didn't even. That's not. You don't know. That's not an option. You can't say I don't know. You have to choose one or the other.
Well, I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
I don't know. How could I possibly know that?
But wait, you just made me answer the same question.
I didn't make you answer. You chose to.
Oh, that's bad form, sir.
I can't.
Wow, you just. Wow. Okay.
I don't know.
That's the game we're playing now.
I can't possibly know. I'm not saying either one is possible.
Either one is possible. Make a decision.
It depends how broke I am at the time. Finance is going to have a very big indicator in that situation.
Just make a decision, Mike. Stop beating around the bush.
I don't know. Well, I think you can see by my current behaviour what I would have done. And how quickly I would have been caught afterwards.
I see. So you're not saying it's you actually doing it. You think it's probably your reaction trying to cover it up that would give it away. Yeah. So even if you bullface lie and said it, your body language just give it away.
Something would happen.
You sweating. Oh no, they don't. It's over that kind of thing. I see. Well, I guess if you
post to come through the door, you run in to get the post before anyone else.
I mean, jump into answer the telephone first, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
that's behaviour
stuff.
That's behaviour indicative of a liar, Mike. I think is what you find that is. So Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Justified lying. That is. It's a tricky subject, Mike. Like I always say about these sort of things, it's a minefield. So, anybody out there who wants to got any different kind of versions of what we've been talking about, any instances that they may have been through of justified lying.
Very interested in that subject. Lying is one of the things that makes life interesting, because
to say the least,
in the most ridiculous situations.
So I mean, we're gonna probably make moves in a little bit. So if you want, though, you can always get in touch, leave messages for us on our Facebook page, which is Mike and Dee versus the world, or leave us a tweet at Mike and Dee, that being the capital little D at the end, or email us at mikeandD44@yahoo.co.uk. And the thing is, I mean, obviously we're not on air for the rest of the week. We only do this 1 hour because, quite frankly, we're lazy. Like, can't be bothered.
Thanks for the, I mean, no one's going to get that sense of irony there, but that's
well, fine. Maybe as the weeks go on, because we're many shows ahead of us, Mike. People want to hear what we're doing. But you can just leave it during the week, and we'll pick it up. Hopefully, pick up some of your ideas for next week's show. So with that.
Next week's one of the subject matters we're going to be discussing next week is people and their beliefs. Right, that could be anything. It could be religion or whatever, but it's going to be about
Bigfoot, that kind of thing.
You're
open to any belief,
anything. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, basically, people who give out, certain facts. Right, that they believe to be fact. All right, and there's no actual basis or investigation into how they acquired that information and the validity of that information, such as, let's say, Bigfoot. Yeah, did you know they actually originally evolved from the dung beetle, and because they saw it on some program,
it's been told to them in some sense of authority that perhaps, this is true, this is fact. I believe I can pass this on confidently without seeming like.
But because David Attenborough saw it.
Right. Didn't report it or nothing. Just said he saw it. He was in the pub yesterday.
I mean, David Attenborough. How much do you actually presenter or actual animal guy?
I mean, back in the day, he was very much about the animals.
I'm sure he learned something along the way.
Yeah, I mean, we've all seen the footage of him with the gorillas, innit? Firming it up, not getting his
45 years ago. He hasn't done anything since then.
Well, he's probably an old frail man now. I mean, he can't be
I've seen him. He
gorillas.
did something. Well, I'm not asking him to wrestle gorillas. They would have.
No, but he
battered him even back then.
Well, they didn't. That's the thing.
He wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. If he was, that would have probably been better.
Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting a gorilla sounds like something I want to see.
Now as well.
That's it. You know what? Chances are that's probably already happened. I mean, he's a rich man. He can afford to have it done. Chances are he's probably arranged that for his closest friends and just abused the gorilla.
That would be like watching Hulk Hogan tear off his t-shirt. It would fall apart that quickly.
I misjudged this. Somebody help! Call the authorities. Get the animal trainer.
Yeah, he'd get tear up. But anyway, Anyway, back to David Attenborough. I don't think he actually has done much lately.
Well, maybe not lately. I mean, he's old school now, Mike. He's got tenure at the BBC. He doesn't need to do so much. I mean, he's got the kind of thing where if they say, and coming next is a documentary.
Is he just one of those names on a beep that he's like one of the darlings? It's a bit like Esther Ranson.
Yeah.
You almost have a nostalgic feeling about that person. Like, I remember that.
Like,
she's always been there.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you can put his name on anything and people will watch it. I mean, if it's just a regular documentary.
Depends.
Let's
say David Attenborough as Airwolf.
David Attenborough as Airwolf.
The actual helicopter.
How would that even work? Is that even physically possible? That would be horrific to see. I don't even know if that's got to be against some kind of
maybe not as the actual helicopter. Or what I mean
Geneva
is
convention. I don't know if that's allowed.
Maybe not the helicopter, but as
as the
Jan
pilot.
Michael Vincent.
Jan Michael Vincent. I'm surprised
not him playing
his name, but
not him playing Jan Michael Vincent.
So
because then
is he just narrating it? And now they're running towards the helicopter. He's pressing many buttons, And
no, he's
the rotor is starting.
He is Jan Michael Vincent.
So, what? How would that even work? Why would it? What with Ernest Borgnine as well? Do not speak ill of the dead, Mike. Ernest
Borgnine. Are you sure he's dead?
He's dead. Yes.
That man has been about 75 for about 75 years. He is. You know what? That's questionable.
75 for 75 years. Wow. I don't even know what that would even look like.
I don't even know. Yeah. Anyone wants to tell us the maths on that?
There's a continuous look of pain and confusement.
That's pretty much what he was. I mean, name one film that Ernest Borgnine was in. 2 films.
Was he in The Poseidon Adventure?
I think so.
I'm sure he was in that, yeah.
But everyone was in that film.
Well, that is true. There was a lot of the big names in that. But what else was he in? He was in a film with
he was in some cowboy film.
Doug McClure, though. Wasn't he in a film with Doug McClure?
One possibly.
Of those 70s.
Land Before Time.
Yeah, or Atlantis, or one of them kind of films.
Yeah,
that
Land
used to come
Before
on a
the
Sunday.
Cave came alive.
Yeah, they're fighting a giant octopus or some
kind in a cave.
Yeah, there's always
on land.
In a cave on land.
Why not? I'm sure that's happened in one of those films.
If that's happening to you, that has to partly be your own fault. That didn't accidentally happen to you.
Yeah, you don't land in places like that.
Where with caves swarming with octopi. But yeah, we've got off the topic again. Can't remember what we was talking about.
We were ending the show, actually.
Yes, okay, let's get out of it before we keep going on and on about Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah.
Although the listeners want to hear, but I think that's enough for one night. But anyway, thank you for listening again. Sorry about the technical difficulties at the beginning of the show. We will hopefully try to be back next week at the same time. So please tune in again, and yeah, we'll see you then.
Yep. See you next week.
All right.
Or hear from you. One of the two.
Okay. Bye.